Sarah Jan here for Forever Football DRFC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel. It's the FA Cup final review, and the reason why I'm doing it the day after is because, jeez, I was collapsed in emotion, man. I was out of it, but Jesus Christ, what a final! What a final! It's probably one of the best 1-0s I've seen this season in English football. Very physical game. Very end-to-end, some chances either end, and Leicester just dug in deep and found a way through. And I knew going into the second half it was going to take something special to break the two teams. And my God, was that special. Yuri Tielemans' goal. What a goal. What a goal. Yeah, overall it was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We do have both teams either side. So we're going to start by going through the Chelsea team for you. Kepa in goal. Azpilicueta, Silva and Rudiger in the back three. Alonso starting. James on the right wing back. Jorginho and Conte in the midfield. Mount and Ziyech in the centre attacking midfield with Werner up front. For Leicester, Schmeichel in goal as the captain. Against the rival captain Azpilicueta, but Schmeichel's Leicester captain inside the net. Soyuncu for Fana, great player for Fana, and Evans in the back three to start the match. Luke Thomas and Timothy Castagna as the wing backs, and Didi and Tielemans in the midfield. Perez as the cam behind Jamie Vardy and Kelechi Iheanacho. There's a few players from either team that deserve special mentions. Let's start with for good and bad reasons. Let's start with Chelsea. Hakim Ziyech. I think he doesn't really deserve to play the next game, in my opinion. Does he deserve to play the Champions League final, in my opinion? No, he needs to earn that spot. I don't think Ziyech has got used to the pace of English football yet. I don't think he's got used to it yet. I think that Ziyech just needs another season. Same with Timo Werner. I think Timo Werner's chances were not great. Not going to lie, they weren't great. It was very much a pacey striker. He was a pace merchant, and he made the runs. And I think if they played, I think one thing that could help Werner a little bit is if maybe Chelsea played to their strengths. Yes, they play it through the middle, but I'd like to see the wingers try and put it in now. But one thing I want to see, and I don't know if Chelsea fans agree with this or not, because don't forget he did start off in this position at Stuttgart when he was a youngster. I want to see Werner out wide. I want to see Werner, maybe if you're not playing wing backs, probably not wing backs, but maybe as cam, or if you're not playing wing backs, play him as a winger, or a left midfielder, or a right midfielder even. I'd like to see Werner playing out wide or behind the striker. Or if you're going to go for a false nine, play Werner as a centre forward or like a support striker rather than a full-on striker. Because I think that his pace could get him through, and I think the more chance he creates, the more he'll score. And I think that, Werner does deserve a chance. I think, I've seen fans saying, if you had the chance to sign Harry Kane or Erling Haaland, but it meant sell Werner, would you do it? And 99% of them pretty much said yes. I think that's a bit disrespectful on Werner, to be honest, because I think that Werner's still a great player. I think he's got that player in him. He just needs to get used to the pace of the Premier League. Same with Ziyech, same with other players in the league, same with Van der Beek, same with other players. And I think that overall Werner just needs to get used to the pace again. But I think he'll come on. I think next season he'll come on definitely. But I just got a bad feeling that they'll sign another striker. Werner won't get much game time, or he'll get put out wide, which is kind of what I want to see now. I want to see Werner out wide again. But if you don't work out wide and there's another striker in next season like a Kane or a Haaland, then it's looking very likely that Werner could be pushed out the door. But Tammy Abraham is being pushed out the door from the looks of it. But I don't get it, because why is he not playing when he is pretty much their top goal scorer for Chelsea this season? He's been involved in the FA Cup. He's been involved in the league. He's a great striker. I don't get why he's not being used. So I would like to see Werner maybe behind the striker. Maybe if you're not going to start Havertz, maybe have Werner and Mount behind Tammy Abraham. When Olivier Giroud came on, Chelsea immediately played to his strengths, balls in the box, but Giroud couldn't get his head on them. And we didn't see the best of Olivier Giroud at all. So I want to see Tammy Abraham up front with Werner and Mount behind him as support strikers or attacking playmakers. Maybe Werner plays the support striker role and Mount's the attacking playmaker, but they're both on the same level behind Abraham. I want to see Giroud still as backup, because I think that for that last 10-15 minutes, if you need balls in the box, then you need to bring on Giroud. But to start with, I would have Abraham and then Werner and Mount behind him. I think another big mention for Chelsea as well, Conte. I think that he was brilliant. I think that he put some really good runs in. He was a nice ball-playing midfielder. Really played the play very, very well. I think the passes he did were brilliant. Jorginho was a bit of a fouler, wasn't he? But that's no secret. And yeah, I just think for Chelsea, I think it was just... I don't know, man. There's a lot of complaints about why he started Alonso over Chilwell. And I think it's because Alonso's a big game player, so I think I could understand the selection there from Tuchel with Alonso. But I think, you know, I mean, apparently there was boos when about Chilwell at the start of the match, so, you know, we don't know that for sure. But I think Alonso is a big game player, so I can understand that, you know, sub. For Leicester, I think there were some really standout players for them. You know, Kasper Schmeichel, first of all, 2 world-class saves in that second half. What a couple of saves from Schmeichel, and he deserved to lift the FA Cup in the end. Fofana was, you know, I think Soyuncu put in some really good blocks and really tried to get his headers on target, but just didn't, at least a couple of them. But Wesley Fofana, what a defender that guy is. I think Chelsea fans were even saying on social media, you know, they were constantly saying, get him off the pitch because he's just so annoying to play against. He's a wonderful defender, and Leicester have got themselves a real prospect there. It was a shame that Johnny Evans had to come off, but then when you put Albrighton to wing back and Castagna into the back three, again it added a bit more pace to the back three, and I think Castagna added that bit more pace, even though it's not his natural position. I think it added more pace to the back three, and I think Albrighton as a wing back with Luke Thomas. I think that's an experienced and a young English attacking wing forward back players that went forward and tracked back. So I think Albrighton as a left wing back kind of works really, really well. Yuri Tielemans, that guy, Jesus Christ, what a goal. I'm hearing Chelsea fans making so many excuses on social media. Oh, Kepa wouldn't have saved that. Eduardo Mendy would have probably saved that because he's a few inches taller than Kepa. Stop. Just stop. No one was saving that. It was a bullet right in the top left corner. No one saving that. There was a question over, you know, whether it was a handball on Ayoze Perez. No, it's not. It came off his knee. Bounced off his arm, and went out to Tielemans. So, Chelsea fans, not all of them, because some of them have been quite humble and like, you know what, fair play, let's deserve the win, we need to move on. But to the arrogant Chelsea fans that are making excuses, just stop and admit you got it wrong. Just admit you got it wrong. I think Vardy up front looked great. I mean, fair play to Vardy. He's played at every single level of the FA Cup now, from the preliminary rounds up to the final, and he's now won the damn thing. Fair play to Jamie Vardy. Fair play to the guy. And overall, it was just a very good game of football for Leicester. Like I said, the goal from Tielemans was special. It was superb from Tielemans, and I think that goal. I think it's quite ironic that was the best goal in this season's competition, and it's the only goal in the final. You know, and I saw the build-up, you know, to the game on the iPlayer, all these replays of old FA Cup finals, the greatest moments in FA Cup history and things like that. And, you know, if you were on the watch-along stream, you'd have seen my reactions to the goal. It was unbelievable. And wow, what a moment. You know, Leicester's first ever FA Cup win. in their first final since 1969. It was wow. I mean, Gary Lineker was jumping all about the place. Apparently, according to Twitter, he loves VAR now. And that's one thing I've got to discuss, the VAR incident, which cancelled out Chelsea's equaliser at the end. Did I think it was offside? Yes, it was a knee offside. It's one of those margin ones, but you know what? That they've stuck to these new rules. You know, it's new rules every week. So this week's rules, apparently, it is margin and offside. But yeah, it was marginally offside on the knee from Chilwell. But you know, Chelsea fans, I've seen Chelsea fans even use that as an excuse. Oh, VAR's this, and this. We know VAR is this, and that. But don't use it as an excuse for how poorly your team performed. Tuchel got most of his selection right. He didn't make his subs till late, which, in my opinion, I think Chelsea fans even admit that that's one of Tuchel's weaknesses. But I've got no doubt that Tuchel will give Chelsea success. I've got no doubt about that whatsoever. I just personally feel like today, the day wasn't their day. The day wasn't their day. It belonged to Leicester, and you know, fans on social media that think Brendan Rodgers is a bottle job manager, stop it now, because he's proved he's not. In my opinion, I'm halfway there, but I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm not going to say he's a bottle job at all, because he isn't. He really, really isn't. He's not, and you know, I think he's halfway to proving that. He's won the FA Cup. He hasn't bottled the final. Now it's all about getting the top four nailed on ahead of Liverpool, West Ham, and just being there with Chelsea. They've got Chelsea on Tuesday in the Premier League, so we'll see what happens with that. But I think Leicester need, one more win at least to confirm it. So I think that Leicester can get the win. I think Chelsea could be rocked by the FA Cup, and you know, it could go one of two ways, to be fair. It could go the way in which Chelsea are rocked and they fall again on Tuesday, or they use that as fuel and they smash them, because Leicester will be caught up in the celebrations. But Leicester now need a focus. They need to really focus. But last thing I will say on my review is Leicester City, and I'm not including, you know, clubs like my club and other lower league clubs and things like that. I think Leicester City are the example for the rest of world football in terms of how a football club should be run at the top level. I think Arsenal, United, Spurs, you know, clubs like that, I think they need to take a lesson from Leicester in terms of, you know, how the owners run. Because I don't think it's been years since an owner's come onto the pitch and lifted the trophy, singing Championes, Championes, ole, ole, ole. I've not seen that for years. And that's an owner that cares. You know, and they did it for Kun Vishai. They did it for him. So, you know, congrats to Leicester City. Chelsea, I'm sure, will try and regroup again for the last remaining games of the Premier League. Regroup for the Champions League final against City. And we'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. But congratulations to Leicester City. And yeah, what a win. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this review. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I'm Aaron Chandler from Forever Football, DRFC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel. And that, my friends, is full-time. Rovers till I die. Congrats, Leicester City. Well done.